Okay, let me tell you a story about my awful day today.
Is that why you have the bad day alcohol?
Oh yeah, buddy.
Super fun.
It's probably not going to sound like a bad day, but still,
It's just a long day.
and it's Valentine's Day.
Well, before I actually have a story about alcohol that I've told Phil, but I wanted to tell you. It made Philip cry a little bit.
Oh, God.
I have
Which one?
The truffle thing.
Oh, fuck.
So I have some food channels and websites that I subscribe to or read because I like to cook and sometimes they have good ideas. And sometimes they have awful ideas. And I'm not a big alcohol drinker, so I didn't really know which vein this was in. But this dude took like a really, really high value, like I think it was Japanese whiskey. I think it was called like Hayachi or something like that. It was
Not Hibiki.
I think it was maybe it was Hibiki.
Oh, if it's Hibiki, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, it was one of their single malts.
Really, really, really high value, and he had black truffles, and he infused black truffles into it for like what was it, a day? Something like that, but he infused like a decent amount of black truffles, drained it out, and put it into a cup with a little spherical ice cube and drank it straight. And I'm like, I don't know enough about alcohol to know if this is like good or bad. And then I showed Philip that, and he was like, "My soul, it is fucking crushed." And I was like, you know what? I need to get Mitchell's opinion.
It's so fucking stupid. It's such a gimmick.
Let me try. I'm going to flaunt my money because not only do I have black truffles, but I can also afford Hibiki and throw it away.
Yeah, I can afford it to trash that shit. But I mean, hey, if you want to try a little crazy alcohol infusing experiment that might go horribly wrong,
Dude, that just sounds horrible because black truffles just have such a unique flavor to them.
it's been so long since I've cooked with black truffles. I just don't eat. I don't remember what the taste is. If I'm being honest.
Well, that's kind of the thing.
I
Is it's
remember
like the
them from
taste
cheese.
the taste is actually fairly mild. But it's
Just
very
unique.
yeah. It's kind of weird to describe because it's kind of a mild taste, but it's such a unique taste that like it's really hard to overpower it. And so it sits in this weird vein of like it can be a fairly light taste, but then the second you put it with anything that doesn't have like a lot of full body to it, it completely overpowers it.
Like saffron?
Maybe.
Okay. Today on
Kind
World
of.
Cultural News.
Yeah.
So,
But like, I personally, I kind of agree with Gordon Ramsay. When it comes to black truffles, they're 100% a gimmick. Like, if you want to cook with them, that's fine. But like, if you think just because you use black
to make good food,
yeah, if you think just because you've added black truffle to something that's suddenly going to become like the greatest shit in the world, you are horribly mistaken.
watching Gordon Ramsay talk shit about truffle oil was fucking hilarious. I fucking hate. I've actually had truffle oil a couple times, and I think it's fucking disgusting.
I think it smells fantastic.
Oh, it
but
smells
yeah,
amazing,
no.
but so does vanilla extract until you drink it and you get banished to the fucking shadow realm.
Yeah, because it's like
Like it smells like
Dude,
it smells
especially-
like Jesus' tears, but
Yeah.
it tastes like death.
Philip, can we get your dad on here one of these days to talk
Oh,
about
God,
food?
no.
God.
fuck no, not in your
No
goddamn
longer are we
life.
Lorecast Eternals, but now we are Dumbass Chef Channel.
No, I wouldn't get my father on here for no.
I've talked about testicles too many times to look either your parents in the eye anymore.
Oh, he actually had surgery today.
Oh fuck, is he okay?
Oh no!
Oh,
he's
this on
fucking
Lorecast, my
fine.
dad's dead. What?
Oh no, my dad's fucking fine. He's hopped up on like hydrocodone and shit.
Oh,
having
so
a
he's
great
fucking
time.
great.
Yeah, no, but it was funny because my mother sent me a text message at work, and I'd actually forgotten he was going in for surgery today. Because they told me like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I was like, how dangerous is this surgery? And they were like, minimally invasive, like, don't even fucking worry about
They're
it.
gonna
And I
poke
was
him and
like,
that's it.
Yeah. But she texted me today, and it's like, by the way, father's surgery went well, but it looks like he's been in a knife fight. And I was like, what? And she sent me a picture, and he's got like this 3-inch gash basically going all the way from his chin all the way back to the hinge of his jawbone. Because what it is he had surgery to get basically a pacemaker put in.
Oh.
But it's not for his heart, it's for his sleep apnea. And it's this weird thing where basically it works kind of like a pacemaker in the sense that like it detects something wrong and it zaps you. but it's for sleep apnea.
Sleep apnea,
And-
shop collar.
Yeah,
Snores,
basically.
get zapped aggressively.
But it sits just under the jaw, and so yeah, my dad looks like he got fucking stabbed in the throat.
My mom has one of those for heart palpitations.
Mm-hmm.
That's like right here.
That sounds
But,
great.
Yeah, no, this one sits on the other side.
So we're 5 minutes in. We probably should say something about hey,
shit.
Nah.
Welcome to Lorecast Turtles and Warhammer Age of Sigmar podcast.
with your lore. So we got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Seriously, have you been working on Instagram?
I have done not a lot because I've had some stuff going on, but it is set up, but I can post pictures. I need to post more.
Okay, just ask for cat pictures. We could do that.
Yeah, no, basically my Instagram presence is going to be that I suck at social media and have no fucking idea what I'm doing, so until I do, pictures of my cat.
So if you want to contact us, the best way is either Facebook
Discord.
and Discord.
We finally came together and merged our third of a brain cell each into one singular brain cell, and we made a Discord that is at least semi-functioning for now. We'll be posting it in the description of the episode. If y'all want to join, feel free to hop in and harass us at any time of night.
There's already like 7 people
Yeah,
in
six of people, and and we have a bunch of channels. We can just talk lore. You can do model stuff in there if you want. There's a channel for memes. Please meme on us continuously. There's stuff for like
Bruh.
random bullshit that doesn't matter.
We found some spicy memes over the years.
Mo Raffy.
And they don't necessarily have to just be Warhammer memes. It'd be nice if we got some dank Warhammer memes, but they could just be memes in general. And we also have like the Pantheon set up, so if you want to go and like just talk about like
Grand Alliances.
the Grand Alliances, whatever the fuck.
You always get that backwards.
I mean, technically, it's not untrue. It's a pantheon of chaos gods and a pantheon of destruction gods. Like, it's not
The
inaccurate.
one destruction god.
Okay, but like
There's two destruction.
Okay,
gods.
listen, he has like 17 different aliases, and I have a feeling that Nagash talks to himself constantly. Someone has to.
You're talking about death, but we're talking about destruction.
Oh fuck, you're right. I'm very.
It's okay.
Fuck off.
We're all having just like bad weeks, but we're here together to have a good time.
My week's actually going.
Shut
all
up,
right.
Philip.
My week's going all
You don't
right.
get to be having a good week.
Like, there's a cute new coworker at work. Like, I'm just tired. That's all
Philip,
it is.
What Philip means is he started stalking someone recently.
Wow!
Dude.
You gonna do me dirty like that?
Everybody-
You fucking asshole.
Everybody at my job is either married or has a child, and I'm like, I'm not old enough to have a child yet or be
And everyone's
responsible.
like, oh, look at the little baby.
Oh, look at the big baby.
Wow.
Wow.
But fuck, where was I? Oh yeah, we have the Grand Alliances like channel. So if you want to go somewhere and like just talk about chaos or just talk about death, you can do that too. And so and it's gonna be a constant work in progress. We're gonna keep damn it, Mitchell, you're affecting me. We are
Would you like some soju?
Stop it. We are going to be constantly improving the Discord to make it as good as possible, but it is set up right now. So feel free to hop in, have good conversation, meme on us, all that good shit.
Join the dark side.
And you don't have to join the Patreon in order to get to it. Ayo!
For now.
Mostly because we don't have a Patreon.
Yeah, no, we are.
Yeah, we'll get back to that one.
Yeah, we'll get back to that.
We
one.
keep being like, yeah, we're going to do that, and then we're like,
Yeah,
We were
maybe
supposed
next
to do
week.
that
Maybe
last
not.
Tuesday. We were supposed to do that last Tuesday.
Maybe next week.
But going on to how like my day was been bad.
oh yeah.
Not only did I only get about 3 to 4 hours of sleep last night, I had to go renew my driver's license today.
Oh, fuck the DMV.
And I set my appointment to like 12:15.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did you get it renewed here or at your...
in Bryan.
Were you, okay, gotcha.
And
Yeah, I don't think it matters where you get
yeah,
it
it
renewed.
does.
Well, I know some DMVs aren't as like insufferable to deal with as others. Like I think
Yeah.
the one in Gonzales is really nice.
Bryan's is not bad because there's always 10 people working there.
Oh, okay.
But between 11 and 12, there's only, 11 and 1, there's only like half the people because it's lunch. And
Yeah.
I'm sitting there going like, I set my appointment for 12:15 and I have to be at work by 1. And I did not leave the DMV until 1:05.
Oh,
And I was like,
calling your boss like, please don't fire me.
I was like, no, I'm going to be missing so many phone calls. Not only that, I tried to get a hold of you and you fell asleep. Tool.
No, to be fair, I don't know why you asked me because I put the thumbs up in the chat saying that I agree because I was like,
I wanted to make sure, just in case, because I know it is Valentine's Day, that you didn't forget about it.
So I didn't forget. Me and Jess don't do Valentine's Day. We think
See,
it's like we're not shitting on people who don't.
I didn't
do it.
know that.
No, that's fine. I get it.
So
I understand now. By the time I was like, why in the fuck? Like I already said yeah. But no, if I thumbs up something, that's like yes, I agree with what's going on. So that's why I didn't click in my head that while you're asking, I'm like, bro, I already said yes. What the fuck?
No, just had to make sure, just in case, like, because I technically had to postpone plans with somebody else because I accidentally made plans with them on Monday.
Yeah, no, so like, Jess was like, yeah, let's go see the new Spider movie, and like it was like Sunday, and I was like going to sleep, and I was like, yeah, let's do that, and I fell asleep, and I woke up, and I was like, fuck, I made a mistake. Hey, babe, yeah, king of the movie. Why don't you love me? I don't have an answer for you right now.
Give me 2 minutes to find a reason.
Right?
And not only that, like, I was on call today for my work, and that is when everybody has a question about development and planning. All those questions get brought to me, and every single time I got like a phone call or something, like it is very much a. You're sitting there for 5 minutes, and you're just like, okay, I got nothing to do, and then 3 things to do.
14 calls, like,
You're just like, oh god, what's going on?
God,
I'm brand spanking new to the job, so I don't know what I'm doing.
I would rather have consistent, continuous work than nothing happening for a couple hours and then like an absolute fucking mad dash for 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Because like back when I wasn't working from home, and I was working at a fucking pizza restaurant, that like we would get like it'd be dead, like absolute fucking dead for like 4 straight hours, and then it'd be like an hour and a half of absolute fucking lunacy. There'd be like 93 people at once, and we're all like half asleep because the day's been completely dead. We're like, well, what the fuck is this? And we have like 19 pizzas to make, and I'm just like, why can't you just come in consistently? Why does it all have to be at once?
Why do you all eat dinner at exactly 6:30?
Now explaining it may not sound like a bad day, but the amount of mental stress that was going on was tremendous. But
also,
there is some good news. I did help out a coworker. I literally spent 2 minutes taking 2 things to take like donations to her car, and at the end of the day, she gave me a $10 gift card to Chick-fil-A.
oh, dope.
And I'm like, hell yeah, lunch is covered for tomorrow.
This is chicken sandwich, boy.
Yeah, boy.
No, to be fair, I feel your pain though. I hate talking to people on the phone because like every time I have to talk to someone on the phone, like in like a business setting, there's always that fear of like, man, what if I can't hear them? And you have to be like, I'm sorry, sir, I can't understand, sir or madam, I can't understand you. And then they say it again, but you still can't understand them.
Yeah. Oh, I had this random old guy at the DMV that's like, what you do? How you doing, old man? like really old man voice that's like really like I can't do it, but it's like
they're like,
really,
what are you doing?
You can't understand.
Man, I don't want to be a dick.
It's like, why are you talking to me? I never even looked at you, and you're just like saying about like how you've been here all day
like,
or
he's
something.
He's like old and adorable. You don't want to be a dick, but it's like, bro, I cannot fucking understand you.
Yeah, no, it was, and then he just like stopped talking and just walked away. And I'm like, what is going on?
Did you keep your Class B or did you downgrade?
I got rid of my CDL, but I kept my Class B though. So I can still drive RVs and fire trucks.
But you don't need a Class B to drive an RV.
You do.
Really?
You do need a Class B.
When did that happen?
I think it's always been a thing, but people who drive RVs should have a CDL though.
If so,
oh no, they should.
Because
but like,
it's a completely different training course.
That's the case. My father has been illegal for a long.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. I'm like that might be a law that's on the books. Nobody fucking checks it.
Well. In the other news, I can still drive fire trucks. I still have the ability to go up to a random fire station and go, can I drive that around the block, please? And they can't say no because I don't have the license to do it.
They'll just say no because you're not a fucking firefighter.
But that means there's a chance!
Listen, in the fantasy world where Mitchell has to save the planet by driving a fire truck, he has the proper licensing to do so.
Speaking of CDLs though, it's Scott confirmed with me last week that they are going to get me my Class A.
Nice.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah,
Class A,
spicy.
Class A, you can drive like
basically
everything on
and
the sun, right?
And they're going to get me my Class A with stick because now they've split commercial licensing. Mm-hmm. So you get either a Class A automatic or a Class A standard. And if you get your Class A standard, you can drive everything. If you get your Class A automatic, you cannot drive a stick.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, no, we're kidding. So it's great because both my supervisor and my coworker, they're both old rig drivers. They drove rigs before they were machine operators.
So they know their shit.
Yeah, and so they were both like, yeah, no, of course we're getting you your fucking stick. Like, what are we, idiots? And I was like, lit. It unfortunately means that I have to go suck Precinct 1 dick in order to get them to let me use some of their vehicles in order to train on.
Right.
Precinct 1 is pretty nice.
Well, not if you talk to Erica. Erica hates everyone who isn't fire mitigation.
So today we're gonna be talking about the Arcanum Optimar. We've been fucking around a little bit more than usual with this episode because while the Arcanum Optimar is very important, it's not near as long as some of our other topics.
And we've also kind of gone over it a little bit.
Yeah, when we talked about Soul Wars, we kind of half-ass had to talk about it. We're going to go a little more in depth with this one.
It's also a nice way to kind of like do a really nice BS episode, but still talk about the
lore. Yeah, like we can stay on topic, but the shit posting can be at a much higher degree.
Boy, has the past month been difficult.
Yeah, fucking just, oh my god, yeah. I think we were gonna do a quick little refresher on the Collegia Arcanum.
I'm here to ask questions, so let me ask you this question seriously.
Well, I think he's Collegia Arcanum man.
Look at me in my eyes,
and I really have to pee.
Damn it, Philip! Look at me in my eyes.
Hi, hello. What can I do for you?
What is the Collegiate Arcanum?
The Collegiate Arcane.
Are we French?
No, that's just what it's called.
Really? Collegiate? Wow.
Collegiate Arcane.
Okay, then.
But it's basically the human casters.
Human casters?
Human magical...
Because the way that I comprehend it, it's a college?
Yes.
But
it's
But it's a college you don't pay for. It's a college that actually does, good service. By burning down villages with wildfire.
There you go. But only chaos villages.
Oh.
Most of the time.
Oh.
Some of the time.
Okay.
Depends on whether or not you piss off the Archmage.
Well, according to every single fanatic, we're all heretics. So therefore we're all chaos worshippers.
Alright. But yeah, the Collegiate Arcane... is a college that's focused on training magic users. That's not... So the most common mage that you see from the college, I'm just going to refer to it as the college, is going to be the battle mage. So battle mages, they run around and blow shit up. Like, they're a battle mage. You can figure it out.
Okay.
Fireball. Yeah, I'm a fire in my bois. But that's not all they do. They play host to a whole plethora of seers, wizards, scholars, sages, alchemists. Like, if you have literally anything to do...
Anything that remotely dabbles in magic, they have their fingers in that pie.
Oh, yeah.
Was this a college set up by Teclis?
No, that's the Eldritch Council.
Nah. Gotcha.
So
how many, I know there's something called the Eight Winds Tower. How does that play into this? Because isn't every single one of those towers a different college?
The Sky Towers. So the Sky Towers are basically each one represents a different.
Is it called
wind
8 Sky
magic.
Towers?
I thought it was just called the Sky Towers, but I might be.
I thought it was called something. It had to do something with winds because it's the only time I could find something about winds of magic.
I mean, that vindicates me a little bit. I was so hard about it. Yeah, the winds of magic, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I think it's.
You're wrong.
I think it's.
You see, I'm not though. It's the goddamn Godzilla episode all over again.
Oh boy. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just Sky Towers.
In my head canon, it's now the Winds of Magic Sky Towers.
Okay. Oh no, Towers of the Eight Winds. Okay.
See, there we
Fuck
go.
yeah.
Which
that's the only time the winds is. Oh.
You licked my finger.
Oh. The only time I've ever seen winds referenced in this universe. So it's
Well, you know what?
Lore!
The Winds of Magic.
It's called lore!
They get officially named by the Magic College place, and you motherfuckers' names, I haven't seen shit about them yet, so,
Bro, I agree, they're Winds. It's
Y'all are
the
both
Winds
wrong.
of Magic.
get dunked on, Mitchell.
It's not called Winds of Magic! That's a fantasy thing. Maybe just
Nobody
only...
gives a shit, though. Like, it still wins.
We gotta be as correct as we can!
Always the Winds. I am correct in my old little fantasy headcanon. I am correct.
Yeah, exactly. Only in fantasy. Not Age of Sigmar.
I believe he was saying fantasy is not fictional, not fantasy is
Bruh.
Warhammer fantasy.
Shut up, Philip. I understand the meaning, and I just had to play it.
Bruh. Why you gotta do me like that? But yeah, I'm assuming that's the gist of the Collegiate Arcanum.
So, yeah, one important thing to note, though, is that more often than not, like the battle mages who go into the college, they will spend like decades of their lives studying.
Well, I'm going to assume that anyone who can use magic can probably naturally enhance their life, yeah? At least a little bit?
I'm not sure about that one. I would imagine that probably to a certain extent, channeling magic is a good way to keep your skin nice and youthful.
Right.
So...
Look at
I would
Marathi.
imagine.
Okay, I feel like Marathi is a little bit of a different story.
Yeah, literally a god, some bum who can throw a fireball. Might
Some
be a little bit
jackass
different.
casting lightning bolts.
No.
Actually, a god
lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt. What is that from?
Oh, it's okay.
It's
an old meme.
it's a LARP video.
From 2000 7
yeah.
where the guy has little sandbags and he's like lightning bolt and yeeting bags going lightning bolt, just throwing bags at kids.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's great.
We're going down the meme.
His accuracy was fucking point on. Those little fuckers got pegged in the face every single time. He was like brain damage for all. Yeet.
You've been struck by.
Oh, fuck.
Oh man. That's okay. Anyway,
That was nice. So, moving on. The Arcanum Optimar. I'm going to give a little brief description, and then, Mitchell, you said you had some questions. So,
Actually, yes, continue. Then I will go in something about how, wizards are in, lore for, inside of books and how, they're kind of described and how things go. But, yes,
gotcha.
Continue.
All right, so, this is going to be a very bare-bones description of the Arcanum Optimar, and then we'll delve a little deeper.
Are you completely done?
Oh, I thought we were moving on. But no, I have it here.
No, I thought you... Did you cover everything over there?
I think that was more or less a good little synopsis of it.
Yeah. Basically, it's a college that accepts. It says that they
Okay,
only.
moving on.
It
Let's
says
go.
Though the reason why it's important is definitely because when the Arcanum Optimar happens, it definitely changes how the Collegiate Arcanum operates and how they research things, because magic fundamentally changes, and that's because the Arcanum Optimar 1 is a byproduct of the Necroquakes and the shenanigans caused by Nagash, because when he did that, it changed how magic reacted with the 8 realms, and basically what it did is it kind of took magic and just made it do a bunch of meth. And then shook it really, really hard, and then threw it back out onto the 8 realms. Because when the Arcanum Optimar happened, it basically, the 8 realms is already saturated with magic, right?
Did you just do the most seamless transition between Collegiate Arcanum to what you're doing?
You goddamn right I did.
Damn, because I was about to interrupt you and screw it up.
Oh.
Because we didn't actually cover the different sub-organizations like colleges of magic.
Then I'm gonna stop while I have my fire, and then I'll just continue it after.
Just to go over it really quick, you have the colleges of magic. The White College is the Lore of Light. Who would have guessed? Celestial College. Oh my gosh, color Celestial, Lore of the Heavens.
I just want to say that the color of light is bright.
Right.
Just
Gold
put it out
College
there.
is Lore of Metal. Balthasar, my boy. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Jade is life. Amber is beast. Bright, fire. Gray, shadows. Amethyst, death. And that's really going to be a whole... There's actually a lot more in this that we could probably cover. I will go over that after you do yours.
All right. So where was it? Oh, yes. So the Arcanum Optimar. Basically, think of it... I think how it's actually described in the lore as well. It's like a hurricane of etheric energy washes over the 8 realms. It basically takes all of that magical saturation and dials it up to 11. And it spreads...
Wait. You said hurricane, right?
Like a hurricane. Almost like it's... Wind!
Powered by wind!
Yes.
And it has some different names. I think the most recognizable is the Arcanum Optimar, but like the dwarves, or I don't know if it's the dwarves or the card on Overlord specifically, but they call it the Gorak Drek, I think. Let me check that fast. Yeah, or Gorak Drek. Some of the Eldritch Council call it the time of... the Star Master, the Slan Star Masters call it the time of ripples. The Eldritch Council call it something in Elvish that I can't fucking pronounce. And some species, like the orcs, for instance, they just noticed the change instinctively, and they didn't really name it anything. They were just like, magic be crumpin', yo. But basically, it's just a time when there was so much etheric energy swirling around the 8 realms that magic was just so much more potent and so much more powerful. And it had a varying degree of effect as well to the denizens of the 8 realms.
I got something to actually add to this.
Oh, and that's it. That's the super bare bones thing. And then I'm gonna let you ask your questions, and then we'll get into it after that.
Well, this is more of a statement, a thing to yours as a response to what happened to the Arcanum Optimar, the Collegiate Arcanum, or whatever.
Arcanum.
Potato. They created the order, the chained flame, and the entire purpose of this order was to cast and dispel endless spells.
Yeah, because when they went rogue, it caused some fucking issues.
Yeah, it was a direct response to the Arcanum Optimar.
Yeah, because endless spells became problematic.
Yeah. So my first question would be major side effects to the normal wizards or any magic user in general.
So think of it like this. So let's just say you have, let's just call him a trickster. A guy who can do tiny bits of magic, maybe like make some sparks fly, maybe like change the color of his hair, really small things.
Thaumaturgy.
Enough to show he's magical, but he's not like chanting divine winds to like smite God or something crazy like that, right? And the Arcanum Optimar comes over, right? And now this dude who could like make sparks fly and change the color of his hair and make little funny noises and whatnot is now able to like conjure fireballs of pure fire energy and like the other, and like lightning bolts from the sky and other crazy shit that he or she should not be powerful enough to do. And not only that, it's almost like they know how to do it intrinsically. When normally you'd have to research and train to do these things, it's almost like you're able to call down and use magic abilities that you didn't know how to do, because it's almost like the winds itself kind of ingrained it in your body and your brain.
Especially the magic of the realm specifically. So like if you're standing in Akshi
using flame magic,
you're using flame magic, like not only is your flame magic going to be more powerful than it normally would be on any of the other realms, you're also just better intrinsically at casting it because you're using magic of that realm.
I like to imagine this as a comparable event of like Avatar: The Legend of Korra, when the entire Avatar cycle got like crumped and collapsed. All these airbenders just came back out of nowhere.
Yeah,
so it just
all of a sudden they just knew how to do shit like that.
And then you have the main airbender teacher, Aang's son, that just goes, look at his brother, who was the most bendless person in the world, and just go, what did you just do?
Yeah, and that's really how it happened. Because even casters who were basically casters in name only, like the most they can do is be like, oh look, I made a breeze. Like they can do really bitch shit. Even them were able to cast magic to at least a decent quality, and like even when you're
they could suddenly, people who were like, oh yeah, I'm basically a charlatan, like the best I can do is like try and actually predict the future through like tarot readings and stuff like that,
can now divine the future at least semi-accurately without the help of any instruments.
Or like they can also, well no, they'd still use instruments, but also they can like now, again, these were people who literally their entire realm of magic was just, I cast the bones, I read the bones, can now like change the color of their hair, can light a candle from across the room,
can you imagine how useful that is?
Yeah, basically anybody who had any measure of magic suddenly can use thaumaturgy and prestidigitation.
And they can do it intrinsically.
I love the idea of just trying to go to sleep and you're just like, I left the candle on. Just all gone. Because there's no
handiest of magics.
Yeah, truly the handiest.
But I'd have to say, to answer your question the final stage of it is the biggest change were the people who could actually cast magic competently. So you had battle wizards that were trained at the collegiate. Is Arcanum or Arcanum?
It's the
Collegiate Arcanum or Arcanum?
Collegiate Arcane.
Our Collegiate Arcane, like battle wizards who went and trained for 20, 30 years at the Collegiate Arcane to be
more like 80 to 100.
that. And they would go out and they'd be like, cool, I'm gonna like walk out with like, I don't know, the Stormcast Eternals or the City of Sigmar, and I'm gonna go fucking smite demons and shit with my flaming balls of murderous rage and all that other stuff. They were now able to conjure magic of such apocalyptic power that they would be unable to control it. And the magic itself would be so strong, it would almost take on a mind of its own and go rogue. And that's how endless spells were created. So, like, let's take, for instance, the Burning Head of Akshi, which is an actual name of a spell, which is basically like, oh yeah, it's like a skull made out of flame, and it goes forward, and it fucking murders everything it touches, it sets it on fire, right? I forget... It was I forget who cast it. It was a wizard who was trying to like take out a city. I think a city of Sigmar. And he's like, cool, I'm going to conjure up this burning head and I'm going to murder the city with it. I'm going to cast it in the middle of the city and it's going to kill thousands of people. So he cast this spell and it was super juiced up. And the spell literally turned on him and his cult. And it killed him and all of his peers. And it just fucked off. And it's still going to this day.
Yeah, it was a cult of Tzeentch. They were trying to... So the Arcanum Optimar happened, and this cult of Tzeentch was like, now is our time to rise up. And so they cast this burning head of Akshi, and the burning head of Akshi was immediately like, bruh, I don't like any of y'all. Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Nom.
And it's still moving to this day.
Yeah.
So I would say that's the answer to your question. It's just anyone who can use magic is now just... significantly upgrading their power, and they can cast shit that they shouldn't be able to, that they haven't learned, and they can cast it competently. But depending on the strength of the caster, sometimes those spells would go rogue and cause untold death and destruction.
Okay. Any other major side effects at all?
Yes.
That came back to life.
Well, that's more of the necroquake,
which is technically part of the Arcanum Optimar.
Yeah, it is part of that.
Ooh, I know. Weapons.
That was a fancy snap, like really moist.
I can't snap with my left hand, only my right hand, but I'm left hand dominant, and it makes me kind of want to kill myself. So enchant.
Do the thing. Slap.
Oh no!
Clap with
it's
one hand.
disgusting. I don't want to see it. No, it's nasty. No! I took my glasses off. I can't see you now. I can hear it, but I can't see it. It's a sound you hear from Philip's room every night.
Bro, why you gotta call me out like that? I don't appreciate.
It's Valentine's Day. Have fun.
Bro, no, I'm going to fuck to sleep after this. I got work in the morning.
So weapons and armor that were made from like really rare and powerful metals and crystals and things like that, who were wielded by like champions who were super devout for whatever religion or cult they followed, things like that. They began to absorb magic and become enchanted by themselves. And anything made out of realm stone, even more so. There was so much magical saturation that the weapon just drank it in and empowered themselves to do crazy shit.
Okay.
And even in Gura, for instance, in the realm of Gura, whatever. Gur. There would be animals like there are some boars, I think, and like their tusks would like glow yellowish orange, I think the color of like their realmstone or something like that, because like the tusks of the animal was absorbing magic, and like you could cut them off and use them as to make weapons and armor with magical properties because they were just intrinsically soaking up the magic in the air.
So I'm going to interrupt you. So in the realm of Gur, there's the city of Excelsis, and we're talking about like being able to predict the future. Well, in the city of Excelsis, the reason why the city is there is because there is a big old shard of the old world in that city.
Okay.
And in there, it's a really big point in Dominion. It's like one of the key points of like kind of set the story, but it's the very beginning, so it's definitely not a spoiler.
Like the city is on the road they're trying to establish, basically.
Not only that, but like you can take the shards of the original world and
Malice.
Of Malice.
Or Malal? No, Malice.
Malice.
No, Malal is the god we don't talk about.
Yeah.
Malekith.
Redacted.
Yeah.
Oh, that.
No,
I'm thinking of
it's-
Malarian.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Malice is like
Yeah,
I don't know if it's a
real quick thing. Back in fantasy,
wait, is it a
So
fantasy
the-
thing or a 40K thing?
Both.
it's a fantasy. No, it was OG fantasy. So couple of authors.
No,
I forget who.
No, because Malal is the god, the chaos god of chaos, right?
Yes, but it was originally a fantasy thing.
Oh, okay.
Because what
so
happened-
I'm getting confused with Malal and Malice.
Because
Yes.
Malice is an actual thing in 40K, right?
Yes.
Malice is a thing in
'Cause you
40K.
have the
He's
Sons
the
of Malice.
fifth
Yes.
unspoken of chaos
He's
god
actually-
who's actually potentially physically manifested.
No,
in
he
the-
is.
in the-
He's
in
actually
the real world.
he's weak enough that he can physically manifest himself. And there's actually a
Well,
short story about him manifesting himself into a chaos space marine of the Sons of Malice, and he's like running around doing
Yeah,
that
and his
shit.
special number is like 11, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Anyway,
Can't be 10.
But
'cause
no,
that's that's the Emperor's special number.
and it can't be 12 because that's the omnisize. Or the machine guns. But no,
I was making a joke. I didn't realize that if I was actually right or not.
I don't know about the Emperor's special number. No, the Emperor's special number is 1 because he is number 1.
He is number one.
We are number 1.
We are number one.
But no, so Malal was going to be another minor chaos god. And this was back in like the 80s or 90s. I forget which one it was. Anyway, that was a while ago, before Games Workshop really had
Knew what the fuck they were doing?
Well, no, it's before they had a real strong strangle grip on their IP. And they commissioned an author to write a story about Malal.
Oh, we
And I
watched the
forget
same
it was
YouTube
like a
video.
champion of Malal or something like that. Anyway, they commissioned him to write this story, and I think it was actually supposed to be a comic.
Yes, it was.
And they were like complete idiots, and they didn't buy the rights to the story.
Oh yeah, the dude fucked off with it, right?
Well, no, like the Games Workshop tried to screw over the author and artist for their comic, and like tried basically not to pay them. And they were like, get fucked. And so they just took their shit and left. And Games Workshop was like, oh, well, we were supposed to have this god named Malal, who was a minor chaos god, but I guess we don't have that anymore. And that's basically the whole ass reason we don't have minor chaos gods.
Because
from fantasy.
GW can't fucking bother to pay their fucking artists. And
Yeah,
shit.
because that was going to be like their start for a whole line of minor chaos gods. And then that happened, and they were like, fuck it. We only need the 4.
that's so fucking
And that's also kind of how Malice was born, too.
aggravating.
Yeah, and then the really funny thing about that is they basically stole the character from that comic, put him in 40K, but instead of being a champion of Malal or something like that, I forget exactly how the story goes, but that the character who was in this comic is now the chapter master of the only Renegade Space Marine chapter that is loyal to Malice in 40K.
And I think they were last talked about in, I think, Battlefleet Gothic.
Yeah, they were in the 13th Black Crusade, I know
Yeah,
that.
but they were also in the Battlefleet Gothic video game. Because
Yeah, number 2.
they were mentioned in there.
So basically, Malal sits off in that redacted space that Horus occupies, along with the 2 Primarchs.
The Monkey Lava.
Oh God,
Anyway,
soon
moving
to
on.
be redacted.
Oh yeah.
Now it's my turn.
No. Speaking of soon to be redacted, I was reading something about how apparently the Necrons in the kid series, in the kid friendly series of 40K, are like completely
Hammer.
overblown. Like they're made out to be this like horrible world ending thing, and it's like, yeah, okay, but like no worse than anything else.
You know what Necron unit I missed like a lot?
What?
Pariahs.
Yeah.
That was back when the Satans were alive and the Necrons had. That was before the great purge of the Necron old lore.
Yeah, really.
Back when Necrons were all just fucking mindless.
Yep.
The new lore is pretty good, though.
Oh, I like the new lore a
Yeah.
lot, but like Pariahs were super cool.
What were we talking about beforehand?
We were talking about... Oh, we were talking about Occultization nuking itself with its own endless
Endless
spells.
spells, yeah.
yes.
And
Oh.
you asked what else happened. Well, the
Oh,
side
I
effects.
was going through the whole entire thing about these stones. Well, you can use these crystals of Malice. Because that's how we got sidetracked. Is
Wait,
by
Malice?
Malice, the old world.
Oh, yes.
So in Excelsior,
not-
because
not
there's a
Malice,
big
Malice,
there's a big old
yeah.
shard, and you can take these tiny shards, and you can take it to a thing that's like a machine, and a guy who's like puts his hand over it, and it can be used to predict the future. So you a lot of them just predict the weather. It's like, it's going to rain tomorrow.
Hey, Bob, so how's the weather? It's going to rain!
But the whole entire concept of the book Dominion.
Dude, all I can think of now is some orc some orc knob standing there at this thing and everybody just comes up to him and is like, hey, Mr. Gut Ripper, what's the weather looking like tomorrow? It gon' rain!
Hey, Skull Smasher,
hey, Swampy!
Gut Ripper, Feet Stomper, fucking Throg Draka, how's the weather going?
Fog all day, every day!
The sun out! Slightly cloudy!
Yeah.
But the whole entire, it's the idea they can predict in the future. It's, they take one of those shards and they predict the future of an entire crusade with one of them.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and,
what's it gonna be like? Looks the shard. Don't go. Just don't.
But it's the entire idea is
the
Stormcast.
that crusade.
The Knights Excelsior on the Heldenhammer Crusade. Just don't bother.
Just don't do it.
Okay, this is a slight spoiler warning, but skip 15 seconds. That entire crusade was predicted to succeed, and it did. And it was the first crusade ever to actually set up a city outside of Excelsius.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the entire Book of Dominion.
Nice. So to answer your question that you asked, though, what other side effects were there? Well, two big ones, or three big ones, or two big ones, one small one. Small one is elemental creatures emerge in fury, so just creatures of etheric power and shit.
So you're spites in this book.
Yeah, and they were mad as fuck.
To people who are not seeing this, that really gets my cheek really hard out right now. Sylvan Battle Tome that I bought.
So yeah, just you start seeing I don't fucking know, fire elementals and shit like that, and they're mad as shit. The two big ones are, one, god beasts start waking up.
That's another thing about that's really big in 3.0 because Dominion is also about the idea that this is the age that god beasts are waking up.
Yeah.
Hence, Kragnos woke up.
Yeah. No, yeah. So they're starting to stir from their slumber, which could be good or bad depending on what happens. And the other one is that Khorne is mad as fuck
because it's all magic.
Yeah, no, the increase in magic infuriates Khorne to such a degree that Khorne basically starts casting magic. And what I mean by that is he's basically
he basically physically manifests his rage.
He's basically all my homies, anyone who kills spellcasters, instant gifts, instantly gets my power and shit like that. And then he starts casting things akin to endless spells called Judgments of Khorne, and it is just physical manifestations of his rage. Khorne gets so fucking mad, he starts casting spells.
All you have to do is pray the magic away.
Yeah. No, so basically, you'll have these slaughter priests who will sacrifice, 100 Tzeentch cultists, and Khorne's oh, cool, it's gonna start raining, but the rains are gonna be in my fist. and crazy,
that's amazing.
And crazy shit like that.
Oh, I love that.
And to continue on, so there started to be, new studies of magic. So you would have spellcasters who were taking endless spells and capturing them and dissecting them somehow and
examining them in a scholarly manner.
Yeah, they said dissecting, but basically yeah. And
it's like how you dissect lines of code.
Exactly.
You bang your head against the keyboard and see what happens.
Yeah. And they're and they start studying that, and they're basically taking all the after effects of the Arcanum Optimar and they're putting it into zones of study to try to increase their knowledge, because at this point everything is so overpowered, it just changes the face of magic study. You have to learn how these new things work and how we can use them, and in that process they start making new weapons accidentally. Give me a second. I forget the names. Let's see. Do. That it. Oh man, I'm sorry. There was one. Here it is. So And you were talking about the Order of the Chain Flame, whose battle they would go out and they would stop endless spells, right?
Yeah.
So also on that note, they got a license to hire their own band of mercenaries to go do it as well. So these mages.
Love how you pointed to the screen.
I don't know why I
Point
did
to
that.
Hephaestus. He's our artist.
There we go. But no, yeah, they would actually like go and hire their own mercenaries and soldiers to help them out that weren't licensed by the college, because the college was like, go get this shit done now, and they would send out a bunch of people to do it. So they would capture these spells and they would examine them and whatnot, and they would make new weapons. Like one's called the etheric lance cannons, which can fire through the void to hit people at distant lands.
Oh my god.
So it's like shooting the gun, and then the gun enters the warp, and then the gun exits the warp, and just like fucking annihilates someone.
Don't they have something like that in Star Wars where you like fire around through hyperspace and the gun's like the size of a fucking planet?
Probably.
It's one of the super weapons that came out of like the comics of Star Wars, but it was like the
Oh, so
I want to say the Gallic gun, but I know that's not right.
So not Disney lore.
No, I think this is Marvel lore. But no, yeah, it was literally a gun that was like the size of a fucking planet. And basically what would happen is they'd fire a round, and the round would exit the barrel of the gun, immediately enter hyperspace, and then exit hyperspace right at the planet that it was going to hit, and then just smash into it and like blow up the fucking planet. It was another one of Palpatine's crackhead bullshit, I think.
So long distance exterminatus.
Basically. Long distance exterminatus. But yeah, no. So they had some weapons that were like that. Lost train of thought. Yeah, no. The Star Wars weapons. Yeah, kind of like that. Another one. It's called the Negastone arcs, which are like a gravity weapon. And basically, it like
ultimate pull.
It like drags people and like just crushes them. So I guess they don't describe it super well, but I think it's kind of like a black hole gun with arms.
I'm just thinking of the Pain arc, and he's just like ultimate pull,
almighty pull. Yeah, no, I feel like it's probably kind of like that. And then
can they do an almighty push too?
I mean, I'm sure they could probably figure something out.
It's like
yeet
rats,
just mega yeet. And then another weapon is something you were talking about, Mitchell, was the chromatic orbs, which is just like, hey, I'm going to fuck with time.
It's like, let me just slow down time.
Yeah, right? Just dumb as shit.
You need more time to study? I got you.
Oh, look, these people are invading the castle. Nah, they're brisk walk. Just nice.
Is it just a brisk
leisurely stroll. But all of these weapons come about just from studying the after effects of the Arcanum Optimar and endless spells. That's how potent this magic is. That they have these devastating weapons just from studying these. They're not even weaponizing endless spells yet. They're just studying how they work and like, cool, super cannon, gravity weapons, fucking fuck with time.
That sounds like making them weapons to me.
Yeah. Well, no, because like it's basically, let's say you're an endless spell, right? And I stop you and I rip your fucking ribcage open. And I'm like, cool, I can make gravity weapons out of your heart. Like
that's still making a weapon out of me.
You are this flame spell, and somehow from this endless flame spell, I can somehow get gravity weapons from you.
You know what? Okay.
And so they do that, and then they also start learning how to actually wield endless spells. Like these grandmasters of the Order of the Chain Flame would go out with their mercenaries, and they'd catch an endless spell, and they'd stop it. They'd disassemble it. Fucking English words that I can't speak out of my mouth right now. But sometimes they could like bind them to their will, and they could use them against their enemies and crazy shit like that. But on the flip side, for every endless spell that they stop, another one gets created by some crackhead wizard who's like, I'm gonna fucking nuke the city, and then
I can imagine
lose control.
There's a baby being born that's like really magically in tune.
Just instant blizzard.
Fireball.
Oh god,
and honestly,
so bad.
Straight out the womb, chose violence. I am sustained by violence and carnage. Corn magic, but yeah. And not all endless spells were bad either. There's
Emerald Life Swarm.
Emerald Life Swarm. It's an endless spell that can have a mind of its own, but all it does is heal you. And you have endless spells.
Cancer.
There are some endless spells that just like restrict your movement, so they're not all like devastating and destructive. But the main thing is that these manifestations of magic that are cast by humans or orcs or elves or whatever, they the magic is so potent that they have a mind of their own.
By the way,
And that's like the crazy thing.
when I went to Eton Games in Houston, the only reason why I did not buy all the endless spells, because they had all the endless spells there for like the normal generic ones, is because I got all my paints.
Yeah, right?
I was like, I
Dope
cannot
paints.
afford to
Nice.
spend $500 today. No, thank you. This is gonna make me broke for the next 2 months.
And some other things that came about is like they learned like new ways to trap endless spells with like void stones and shit like that. But the main thing is that just there's so much new paths of magic open because of the Arcanum Optimar, and it's just the magic potential of the 8 realms. It skyrocketed so high that basically it's like any crackhead thing that you want to do, you can probably fucking do it. It's probably gonna kill you, but you can probably do
magic
it.
is very dangerous to use.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like forbidden magic. So in the Lady of Sorrows,
Forbidden jutsu.
Shadow Clone Jutsu!
Why is Shadow Clone forbidden?
Okay,
'cause
now, I'm not gonna get into like my Naruto crackhead shit, but like if you use it improperly, it can kill you.
Oh, so Naruto just literally...
It's because Naruto
Basically-
has like dump truck, dummy thick chakra reserves.
Yeah, basically, if you create too many shadow clones, it'll like just eat your chakra, and then it's like, oh, look at that! I have no chakra. Oh, look at that! I'm dead.
Another special thing about Shadow Clone Jutsu is I don't know if this is how it is for other clones, but they specifically state that like if I make a Shadow Clone of myself and my Shadow Clone goes to a fucking 10-year university and becomes a doctor, and then I like poof him out of existence, he comes back to me, I now know how to be a doctor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. I wish I could do that.
Yeah, so it makes them really good at being used for spies, but they never specifically state other clones can do that, so I don't know if they can. So that might be another reason, because like you can just do really dumb shit with it.
Ah, okay.
And then Naruto, of course, just creates like 30 million at one time, and it's just like, yeah, guys, it's fine. It's totally okay.
I just
Well,
Hinata is a very happy woman.
In both fantasies too, because we don't know if she's bi.
But yeah,
Jutsu.
all I'm saying is whoever's married to Joji, partial expansion jutsu. Gongus McDongus!
No, it's that one. It's that
Listen,
one lady
listen,
from.
listen.
Oh, God, no, stop.
Listen, Schmidt.
Okay.
The fuck did we get on a Naruto? What the shit?
Mitchell just had to make some comment about fucking shadow clones.
Going back. So, like, using magic is very, very dangerous. Because, in the Lady of Sorrows, not going to go into any spoilers, but this man literally is like, I need to commune with dead spirits of trees. So, I imagine Sylvaneth, but, you know, they're too angry to their
Dead
spirits
tree
to die.
people who are angry as fuck.
Yeah, and he sat there and he tried to commune with them, and he's like, he literally lost his mind.
Yeah.
He truly lost his mind because he heard the song of death.
Yeah, no, that sounds legit. Yeah, magic is really fucking dangerous now.
Also, it's very, very powerful. This man didn't know how to swim, so he just kind of sat there and was like, I prepared a spell to just put myself in a bubble and sink to the bottom of the lake.
What the fuck?
So, magic is not only just for, like, you know, battles and stuff
It's
like that.
very utility, very Swiss Army knife. But you could also, you know, die when doing it.
And you have to do the ritual correctly.
Yes.
And it's very draining
Really,
as well.
really funny because magic is so much more powerful and can be used as like a blunt force multiplier to such a high degree. But because of that very reason, you have to be so pinpoint accurate when using it, because if you don't, you'll fucking die.
Yeah. And it's stated that like it's just to hold a flame in your hand for like an hour is a very difficult task, and it's very draining on you. So it's not something. It's like whoopity doobity, flame head.
Yeah.
No, it is like it takes a lot of energy, but it's still.
And that's a big problem, is that you have lots of people who like can now cast magic when they only have no training, and they'll be like hoopity boopity spatter fucking fireball, and they'll just fucking die, or they'll blow up the fucking city with them.
Yeah.
And that's what causes a bunch of problems.
Yeah, and then it takes
dumbasses.
It takes a lot of energy to dispel the magic as well.
The amount of stories you can read of like, oh yeah, this dude did crackhead shit and made an endless spell and burnt a fucking city down. The amount of stories that are basically just that is kind of bad.
Oh wait, so yes, I finished the audiobook Ladies of Sorrows. I'm adding that to my recommendation list of books you should read to get a good understanding of what the world is like.
It's good.
But this one is taking place in Shyish.
Yeah. Okay, because she's one of the... This is before or after she became a Mortok for Nagash?
This is after.
After, okay.
It also gives you the good idea of, like, class system based off of different realms.
Yeah, no.
As well, because Azurites are pompous, while Shyish people are just like, we're just trying to live.
We're just fighting for my fucking life.
And we're just really...
dead inside.
We're just really trying to live. And I'm pretty excited for the new Kragnos book to come out.
It's gonna be lit. But that's about it. That's more or less the Arcanum Optimar. There's lots of stories that you can go into about basically how about crackage that happens with the Arcanum Optimar. But that's the gist of it. It's just magic just got dialed up to fucking 11, and there's lots of pros, but there's lots of cons, you know. And it more or less just kind of changed the face of magical study for the entire Age of Sigmar.
Nice.
But that.
Any word, Hephaestus?
If he was the meow, I would cry because he has the voice of an angel.
You gonna lick finger?
I mean...
Nope. He has nothing to say.
Are you gonna lick my finger?
No, he's too tired.
Damn it.
Okay, also go...
Sleepy.
You can join our Discord to see a picture of my cat.
Yeah.
I posted already.
It's my cat, Mitchell.
Just shut up. This is my cat. That's Dad taking it with me.
But yeah, no, that's about it. Once again, like we said in the beginning, feel free to hop on our social medias, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It's all just at Lorecast Eternals. We have a Discord now, which is also called Lorecast Eternals. We'll have that link.
Imagine that.
I know, it's almost like it's our name.
Oh my god.
And we'll have all of that in the description of the episode. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think next, once again, something that I forgot to say in the beginning, because I'm retarded. Sorry about the episode being pushed back to Monday. There was just this
been a rough week.
I want to say it's been a rough week, but this whole month's been fucking wonky as shit. And
as you know, I went to Houston, so it's not like we could do it over the weekend.
Yeah, and just shit got crazy. But we're gonna be back on normal schedule, barring one of our lives catching on fire spontaneously again. But we'll see y'all again. Not this Thursday, but next Thursday.
Yeah.
Like normal, and I think we've been talking about possibly doing a race topic.
We've been talking about doing a bunch of different shit for a while now.
We've been tossing around talking about Lizardman or Sylvaneth.
Just go onto the Discord. Like we're going to put up a poll.
Yeah, if y'all have any recommendations that you want us to talk about, hit us up on any of our social medias. Discord would probably be the best because we all basically live at our computers. So
I live on my phone.
Which is technically a computer.
You know what?
Kinda.
You shut up.
Okay, fine.
Technically it is.
He's just mad because I'm right.
Yeah.
But if you Discord us, someone will see it probably almost immediately. It's going to be the most consistent way to contact us. And if you have any recommendations that you want to hear about, throw it up there. We'll also probably put a poll on there as well. So yeah, that's about it.
Do we want to stick around and talk about something?
Bro, I want to die.
Tired.
Well, you can go away.
I want to die.
Oh, okay.
No, honestly, I wrap this up so I can go home and go to fuck to sleep or take acid reflux medicine because I am in so much pain.
Yeah.
Okay, well, bye, everybody. Bye.